There's no doubt that there's a very experienced group of players currently playing rugby within this country. There's a new generation coming through. You know, the Irish teams try and supplement that with quality overseas players. How difficult a balancing act or a juggling act is it to make sure that the right person comes in to play with a province and stays for just exactly the right length of time?
Yeah, it is. It is a delicate situation. It's a balancing act, as you say, to try and get it right. And you know, each case is slightly different. You know, what we try and do is with the foreign players is try and see that they where and how they can add value to the provinces, and that may be through a number of different ways. But there always has to be a finite time on it, because with 4 teams and only 4 teams, we have to be very, very conscious that we've got that pathway for our own players to come through. And you know, I'd like to think that whenever we are looking at a foreign player coming into any of the teams, that we're thinking beyond that, and we're sitting down and we're talking about, okay, at what point in time and what person have we got coming through behind that person to be able to take over and add value to the national succession plan in that particular position. So we've always got to be conscious of that. 4 teams is very delicate, and for that reason we've got to be smart about the way we use our resources.
When you look specifically at one player, Jaco Tate, who's come into Munster on a short-term contract for a short period of time, he's made a dramatic impact. He's supposed to finish at the end of December, but I gather there may be some efforts to be made, or some argument to be put forward that a player like that could have his contract extended to the end of the season. Is that something that maybe the RFU would be open to?
I think firstly, you know, again, when we're looking at bringing foreign players into the picture, it's the onus is on the province and ourselves to make sure that we work together to choose well. In this case, you know, Munster have chosen well, and Jaco has been a great addition. He's here on a loan. He's not contracted to us. It's a loan agreement out of Western Province, and he's there just for the period of time to cover Francis Sailey's injury. So Francis is due back shortly. We'll sit and look at the scenarios that exist down in Munster. If there isn't room for Jaco, well then, you know, unfortunately he'd have to probably leave and go back. Western Province may call him back, because that's what the loan agreement was. We're not in full control of this one. But look, we'll work with Munster, we'll work with Western Province, we'll work with Jaco, and we'll just see how this pans out.